Look, if you're scared of what people think about you, congratulations, your brain is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. The problem is that your brain is designed for a world that no longer really exists. I am sitting in the middle of the street on a bar stool, talking to a camera, and I am so uncomfortable. People are looking at me intensely. In this video, I want to tell you why you care about what other people think and how you can sort of work with it so that you stop caring so much. You care because your nervous system believes that if you're rejected by your tribe, you will die. Because thousands of years ago, when your tribe didn't like you, you did die. Now, your brain reacts the exact same way when people unfollow you, when you get like 312 likes on your video, or someone comments, cringe. Fuck those people. Listen, that is not weakness. That is outdated software, okay? We are running on Windows XP. But the sad thing is that you can't just click and update. You will have to update it yourself, and it takes a little bit of work, but I'll tell you how to do it. I am a stand-up comedian, which means that I chose a career where strangers decide whether I deserve oxygen with laughter. I've done open mics where no one laughed. I've done gigs where men, just by looking at me, I knew that they didn't want me to exist. That still happens today. People shout as I'm saying my punchline, and I used to take it so personally. Like if someone didn't laugh, I was like, I need to leave the country. I have to go to New Zealand and open up my own bakery and never come back on stage again. Now I post videos online, and some people hate it, some people like it, and some people make sure that I know that they hate it. And of course, I still feel insecure before shows, before posting, during posting. But here's the part that no one really tells you. It gets better only if you don't run away from the discomfort. Most people don't stop caring about what other people think because they're scared of being judged. They stop because they are tired of constantly editing themselves. And you see it everywhere. I'm sure you do it too. You want to post something, but you ask the group chat first. You want to say something, but you soften what you want to say. You want to wear something crazy, but on the last minute you change it. You want to try something new, but then you imagine the comments before you do it. That is not intuition though, that is fear being productive and protective of you. It is what it's supposed to be doing. But here's the thing, the more you put yourself out there, the more you are faced with judgment, the more you realize that posting a video or being cringe and being who you really are doesn't actually pose any threat to you. None whatsoever. In fact, if anything, it builds your self-confidence and self-trust, which is what I think I'm doing right now by sitting on the street and people looking at me and me talking to the camera. I do feel like I'm building my self-confidence. And now I have people running into me. Some people want to be a part of it. Some people want to be a part of my own cringe. Look at that. Look, here's something that saved my own sanity, okay? No one is judging you from a neutral, all-knowing, wise place. No one. They see you being visible and their brain goes, how dare she? How dare she do the thing that I am too scared to do? People judge from their insecurities, their regrets, the risks that they never took, and the parts of themselves that they buried to be liked. My camera guy is talking to somebody. When someone thinks you're cringe for posting, for being loud, for being you, they're not describing you. They're describing their own limits. Story time. One time, a lady messaged me while I was on stage talking about something, and she messaged me during my set to tell me that I should be ashamed of what I'm saying on stage and that I'm a disgrace to all women, okay? But another 300 people in the same place were laughing at my jokes. For a moment, there was a moment when I thought, maybe it was too far, maybe I did go too far with that joke. But then I thought, no, there was another 300 people in that room that found that funny, and I find it funny. So whatever, you know? Her opinion is based on the fact that she would never talk about that on stage or anywhere else, and that's okay. And I'm fine with that. I love the idea from the book called The Courage to be Disliked. It is my job to create a joke, and it is the job of the audience to laugh or not laugh. It is the job of the audience to have an opinion on that joke. It is not my job to create their opinion. It is not my job to control the outcome of that joke. I just say jokes on stage, and then people laugh or they don't. That's it. You cannot walk around this world accumulating other people's limitations. You have your own limitations that you have to work with. Stop piling up other people's limitations. Why? Why would you do that? That sounds really difficult. So how can you get rid of your fear of being judged or being seen? First of all, I think I have a few strategies for this. One of them is question the fear. Interrogate the thought. That is the first way to stop caring about what other people think. Instead of what if people think that this is embarrassing, ask who? Who exactly? Why do I care about their opinion? What would actually happen if they did judge me? Usually, nothing. Literally nothing. Would I take advice from them? If no, then why are they steering your life? No one can take your life away. I guess, yeah, then they can take your life away. But no one can really take your life away. No one revokes your right to exist. You'll just feel a little bit uncomfortable and then it passes. Number 2 is exposure therapy. This one is one that really changed everything for me. You don't stop fearing judgment by thinking about it. You don't stop it, but you can regulate it by surviving it. Do the thing while feeling awkward, okay? Post the video, tell the joke, wear the outfit, go alone to a restaurant, do your thing. Because the big secret is that nothing happens. You'll see. Genuinely, the earth just keeps spinning. Your mom will still text you what is for dinner. The people who love you will still love you. And the people who judge you will move on to judging someone else literally in like 14 seconds. And if they do judge you, congrats. You just trained your nervous system. And it's like, oh, that didn't kill me. Awesome. That's good stuff. I bombed on stage. I survived. Now I'm like, judgment, put that in my skincare routine. Strategy number 3. Decide who you are living for. This one may be uncomfortable, but it's very necessary. If you live for approval, you will always be manageable, you will always be palatable, and small enough to be ignored. And if you live authentically, you will be judged. But you will also find your people, attract opportunities, build a life that feels like yours. Doesn't that sound awesome? You will get judged either way. Wouldn't you rather be judged for trying than applauded for disappearing? The 4th part of the strategy is my favorite strategy because the core of reality is not serious. It's absurdity. I saw an amazing post on Instagram, which I will link here, or it'll appear somewhere around this video. The core of reality is absurdity. And seriousness will never dress up as absurdity, but absurdity pretends to be serious all the time. The fact that we are here living on this earth, spinning in the universe, it's all absurd. So just enjoy it. So absurd, you have to embrace it. You almost have no other choice to be absurd. My Lidl application just told me that I just paid $5.90 in Lidl, so I'm just gonna check whether I'm actually in Lidl right now, but I don't think I am in Lidl at the moment. Huh, good times. Well, anyway, I'll just fix that later. And the 5th strategy is also, I think, very important. Watch yourself when you judge others. We all judge. We are not immune to judgment. It's in our DNA. We all judge, unless you're like a monk in a monastery and you don't have social media, you just like, I don't know, live in a forest or something. We all judge. Most of us judge. So when you're judging, ask, why are you judging? Are you judging to feel good about yourself? Why are you judging? When are you judging? Are you judging in the states when you feel good about yourself? Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. How can you be more compassionate with the person that you're judging? I think being more compassionate with the people that you want to judge actually makes you more compassionate towards yourself. And eventually, you will stop caring less about what other people think because you will be compassionate with yourself. Compassion for others will create compassion for yourself. And so you will judge yourself less. And then be more resilient towards judgment in general. And that's why I'm sitting here in public on this bar stool in the middle of the street. Because if someone thinks I'm weird, It's okay. In fact, I kind of think I'm a little weird, so it's okay that other people think it. And they'll forget in 5 minutes, or they'll go home and they'll tell their friends and they'll be like, oh, there was a weird lady today filming a video in the middle of the street, and then no one's gonna give a shit. So it's actually really fine. People will judge you no matter what you do. Stop living like you are waiting for approval from the council of random people. The question isn't how do I stop people from judging me? The real question is, do I want a life where I live around what other people think about me, or do I want to live a life where I respect myself? You don't stop caring about what other people think because you become fearless. You stop by realizing that their opinions were never meant to drive your life in the first place. So good luck to you. I hope that I see you making a video in the middle of the street as well.